To Brian Moore.
Good afternoon to you again, Saint. Good afternoon, everybody. Well, this is the moment. These two great South London rivals coming out for a derby game here being played today in East London. And as usual, my first job for you all is to give you a team check. Let's check first of all with the Charlton side. With Bob Boulder in goal. Number 2 is Stuart Balmer, a Scot. 3, Scott Minto, a 21-year-old England in a 21 international. Number 4, Alan Pardew, formerly of Crystal Palace. 5, Simon Webster, the captain. 6 is Darren Pitcher. 7, John Robinson, who came this season from Brighton. 8 is Alex Dyer. 9, Kim Grant. 10, Gary Nelson, needs just 1 goal for 100 in the league. And 11 is the former Forest winger, Colin Walsh. Without their striker, Carl Lieburn, and midfielder John Bumstead, who's one of the subs. Webster really strong at the centre of the defence. Pardew makes good runs from the midfield, so watch out for them. And there's certainly guile and skill from the likes of Nelson and Walsh. And a contrast in the keepers today as well. Charlton's Bob Boulder in great form, enjoying his 7th season with the club and a considerable experience at Sheffield Wednesday, at Liverpool and at Sunderland. And at the other end, Casey Keller, a 22-year-old American. Now, he was in their Italia 90 squad. He's a youngster who's getting real rave reviews this season. Well, Casey takes his place in the Millwall defence in goal. Number 2 is Kenny Cunningham. 3, the former QPR stalwart Ian Dawes. 4 is Andy May, formerly with Manchester City. 5 is Colin Cooper in great form at centre-back. 6, Alex Ray. 7, 18-year-old Andy Roberts. 8 is Jamie Morley, formerly with Crystal Palace, making his first league appearance today for Millwall. Number 9 is Malcolm Allen, formerly with Watford and Norwich. 10, John Goodman, and 11, the former Palace winger, Phil Barber. And Millwall play what they call a diamond midfield. May just in front of the back 4, Ray and Barber on the flanks, and Allen posted just behind the strikers Morley and Goodman. And the back 4 missing Keith Stevens today, he's out injured. Well, our referee today comes from New Southgate. It's Tony Ward. And let me just give you a check too on the substitutes. For Charlton, it's Steve Gatting and John Bumstead, and Tony Dolby and Paul Holsgrove for Millwall. And Charlton needing a win today to strike back towards Newcastle and the top, to get back on the rails in a way, unbeaten until 2 matches ago, but they've lost both of them. In fact, they've only won 1 of their last 7. Millwall play football that really pleases the eye. But results really, I think, don't reflect their skillful passing game. 6 games without a win, but 5 of them have been score draws. Pool's punters, please note. And 2 of those, of course, were against Arsenal in the Coca-Cola Cup. They had a fantastic draw, Millwall at Highbury, and then another draw back at the Den, and they lost on penalties. Well, we're ready to go. Millwall in blue, attacking the goal to our right. Throw it at Charlton. As Jim Rosenthal was saying, they've sold players worth £4 million, Charlton, in the last 2 years, and have been able to buy players worth only 400,000. So it's a fantastic job they've done. As Alan Curtis says, we've survived on free transfers and hard work. This is Kim Grant, Ghanaian, born number 9. But shrugged off the ball there and given away by Millwall. And a chance coming up straight away, and over the top from the Charlton number 7, John Robinson. When there was really a great chance opening up for Charlton, and the early goal that David Pleat feels the game needs.
Well, yeah, it was an excellent run by Kim Grant out wide, but it was a rather strange ball that Andy Roberts served infield into a dangerous area for his colleagues. And then when the ball was played back, in actual fact, Millwall got the benefit of the offside decision there. So it wasn't such a hardship, really, for that ball from John Robinson over the top.
Free kick to Millwall. Colin Cooper with it. John Goodman. Good way there by Walsh. Goodman again. Morley's in there too. Malcolm Allen looking for it, but it was too high for him, and whacked away by Gary Nelson. It's the man who's looking for 1 goal for his 100 in the league. 31 years old, played with Southend and Swindon and Plymouth and Brighton and Notts County, and really has scored goals all along the way. A good, fluent, wide player, Gary Nelson. But the throw is with Millwall, being taken by Kenny Cunningham, just recovered from an injury. Alex Ray. But for all that, a good bright start in these opening couple of minutes, David, please.
Yeah, Millwall all season have been passing the ball well. They've been a very neat and tidy side. Whether the 2 Arsenal games took a little bit out of them, I don't know. But they'll be confident here today. Often local derbies do favour the away side, and tradition, the history of these 2 teams playing each other suggests that they could well be confident, Millwall, today.
Cooper winning it in the air above Grant. Flags up on this side for an offside, probably against Alex Dyer. Andy Roberts. Andy May. Roberts again, just 18 years old, up to Jamie Morley. Dyer. Gray. Barber. Dawes. Swift challenge there by Webster, Charlton captain. Charlton, of course, go up to 2nd place. They're 5th at the moment if they win here today. Cooper again with a header.
I think the intriguing battle will come in midfield. Andy May, who's going to play deep and look to pick it off the Millwall back 4. Alex Ray, fiery Scott, very good player. And against 2 experienced players, Alan Pardew and Colin Walsh.
Dyer with a shot across the face of the Millwall goal. Nelson battling away. And the throw goes Charlton's way. Once again, Millwall clear their lines up to Malcolm Allen. May playing it for Barber. A good career with Crystal Palace did Phil Barber. Knocked away there by Balmer for Charlton. Back again to this young American in goal. Born in Washington, 6'1", 22-year-old Casey Keller. Balmer's header again for Charlton. Up goes Pardew. Ray playing it in for Allen. Malcolm Allen getting it to Ian Dawes for Millwall on the far side. In with the right foot. Just a little too high for Morley. And Dawes. Over 250 games for Rangers.
Excellent career and an unusual player, very much a right-footed left back, but he's so comfortable on that left side with his right foot that he's made an excellent career.
Nelson couldn't keep it in. Millwall get the throw. Kenny Cunningham, who's had a knock all week and was doubtful really up until a couple of days ago. In again by Andy May for Alex Ray to Malcolm Allen. Knocked in again by Cunningham. Goodman on the far side. Webster going with him, and Webster getting it away. Robinson clear for Charlton. May once again. Dawes. Barber. Ball into Malcolm Allen. Really live little front man. Welsh international too, the number 9. Having a good spell with Millwall this season. 7 goals. Also, of course, had a good spell with Watford and with Norwich. Had a little loan spell with Aston Villa in between those 2 clubs. John Robinson. Charlton spent some of the money they got from Newcastle for Robert Lee on Robinson to fill that role. Up goes Webster again. But Allen making it back for him. And Bob Boulder. Clearance for Charlton. Hit long. Cooper's header. Helped by May.
I think Charlton could have early problems with the decision of who to pick up Malcolm Allen. He's a very brainy player, he's a skillful player, and he's coming off the front two. The front two will continually split, Morley and Goodman, to try and keep the Charlton back four occupied. But watch for Malcolm Allen coming off and setting the play up. He's a very skillful player.
Excellent bit of skill just a moment ago from Jamie Morley as well, but the advantage wasn't played for Millwall. Here's John Goodman poking it through there for, just as David was saying, for Malcolm Allen to make those runs from just behind the front two. It's a fairly high-pitched noise just beneath David and I up on this gantry, because Charlton Athletic's community scheme have supplied free tickets to 1,300 children from schools in Greenwich and Bromley and Bexley. They get transport from the school, they get a packed lunch, they get a raffle, they get entertainment, they get taken home as well. And Jason Morgan, one of the organisers, would like to thank all the Junior Red section for all the help in making it a great day for the kids. Let's hope football can just keep them now, David.
Yes, I'm sure everyone hopes that. With all these junior supporters clubs, it's very important that they retain their support as they get into their teenage years.
There's Alex Ray, flick with the outside of the boot, picking up Ian Dawes on the far side. In again, a nice little dummy played by Allen. It's Morley now for Millwall, but Palace getting back quickly. Pardo it was who was grounded. Cooper backpedaling quickly, under a lot of pressure from Grant, knocked away well by May, helped there by Cunningham. Whistle gone. Barber. May. Allen. From some range and wildly wide by Alex Ray. They're coming up to the 10-minute mark. Charlton 0, Millwall 0. As I say, a real South London derby, and their training grounds literally back onto each other down by New Eltham. There's been a little bit of spying there through the hedgerows this last week. Farmer with a good header away.
I like the way Millwall take their free kicks very quickly. As soon as the whistle goes, the ball's down and they're off. That's good play.
Bill Nicholson always used to say, and still does, it's when the ball goes dead that good players come alive, David.
Yeah, and bad players go to sleep again.
Of course, players go to sleep. Here's Ray. Made some good runs already for Millwall. Goodman trying to get in quickly. Andy May, Kenny Cunningham. Free kick to Millwall. Farber saying that he's the one to take it. Cunningham might have other ideas. They brought Cooper up from the back, and Andy Roberts is up from the back as well. In there. That came off the defender, and Bob Boulder picking it out under the crossbar. Born in Dover 34 years ago. Much room to spare. Kim Grant was in very quickly. Others throw, finds Dawes. Says Barmer, used to be at Celtic. And a lovely ball played through now for Grant. He hesitated for a moment and maybe the chance has been lost. Bad clearance again there. Comes for Walsh. Now for Nelson. Knocked in once again. Pardew had made that movement forward again from midfield. Couldn't quite get on the end of it, but problems there really that were of Millwall's own making.
Yes, a good chance followed by half chance. Here you see the ball crossed in, the in-swinging ball. Millwall half pushing out and no offside flag given there as Pardew crept in late at the back post. That was close.
Still 0-0. Good jump by Allen. Up to Goodman. Now Barber. Allen again. Goodman was offside then. Free kick to Charlton. Millwall yet to win away from home this season, but good run of draws. This is Simon Webster, the Charlton captain. Cunningham. This is Scott Minto with a header. Walsh. Shook off the challenge of Alex Ray there. A pretty fierce one too. Cooper with a header, nodding it back, knowing exactly where Casey Keller was. Not much room for error there though.
Cooper stayed very calm there. That was a difficult ball because it floated and hung in the air and Keller was on his way out. There was a challenge by Grant.
Here's Goodman. Stopped by Webster. Supported by Nelson. Goodman's not finished yet though, but Nelson gets it away. May, a little touch for Ray. Down goes Dyer. It's Charlton's ball. Ray. This would gone for another free kick to Millwall. Foul by Dyer on Ray. May knocking it in. Scott Minto with that header away for Charlton. There's Webster. Awful lot of whistle at the moment.
And it's mainly Millwall that are receiving the free kicks, Brian, and Charlton must be careful. They mustn't give away too many.
Cross from Barber, and Morley going in there. Wasn't far away. It was a good clearance by Pardew. But it's a Millwall corner, which Barber will take. Once again, Cooper's going into the box, and Andy Roberts. The two central defenders are in there, number 7 and number 5. Another floating it in towards the near post, a flick on, and Morley very nearly making something of it at the far post. Perfect little flick on at the near post there, David.
Absolutely. Spot on delivery by Barber. A good flick on, and Morley just couldn't quite get in front of the defender at the back post.
Here's Roberts. Cunningham. Oh, it's lost badly. And in goes Nelson. But Roberts stayed there. Cunningham now gets another chance. Plays it forward to Jamie Morley. May with a little ball stabbed through, and it's Dyer getting back to hold up Malcolm Allen.
There was a good example of Millwall playing the ball up, getting it back, and then Malcolm Allen just sliding between the space that the two strikers have left, Goodman and Morley, by splitting.
On with the kick. You heard heard much about this goalkeeper?
Well, we have heard a lot about him. I saw him play pre-season against Wimbledon. He handled very confidently. Davidson was in goal then. Brannigan had just been gone to Bolton, and they have 4 or 5 goalkeepers at the club, so he's emerged in front of them all. And his height, his physique, I think he's a confident man, and he's got everything going for him. If he can have the platform of league football all season, then obviously the national American side are going to have to consider him very carefully.
The Millwall goalkeeping coach is Jim McDonough, the former Republic of Ireland goalkeeper. Tells me that Casey Keller is as natural a goalkeeper as he's seen. Thinks he's got an outstanding chance. Well, he faces a corner now, which Charlton are taking with their number 7, John Robinson. Webster's up from the back, floated in again there. Knocked away for another corner by Andy Roberts. Colin Walsh will take this one. Former Cloughie man from Nottingham. He loves these wingers, and he's in a way in the John Robertson mould. He's loves to play down that left flank, and he's got a lot of skill and guile. And a goal, no, knocked away. The whistle had gone in any case. Dyer's shot was charged away, but the whistle had gone for a free kick to Millwall in any case.
Yeah, there was just some impeding there on Casey Keller as he went for that ball. That was interesting. 2 corner kicks in succession, both looking for the longer, deeper ball. There we see quite clearly Keller fouled. They've obviously seen him play recently. He's catching well, and they're looking to play the deeper ball beyond him.
Dyer playing Grant offside. Lad who was born in Ghana and really has been a bit of a super sub for Charlton this season. He's come on a couple of times and scored vital goals, but he's in the starting lineup now. Here's Andy May to Malcolm Allen, back into May again. Dawes, neat football. Cooper with a longer one here, which they want Morley to chase, but it's out of play for a throw to Charlton. Webster. There again, poking it through. Minto. By Cunningham. Nice touch there. Didn't quite come off though for Malcolm Allen. It'll be a throw for Charlton again. Gary Nelson up to Alex Dyer. And again. This time Scott Minto. Really bright prospect at left back. England under 21 player. Good touch there by Robinson. A little touch there by Grant. Grant taking it back from Pardew, but Cooper's challenge won the day for Millwall. Linesman flagging on this side for something. Could it have been an offside? It certainly won't be a throw at any rate. Yes, it's a free kick to Millwall. I
think there were 3 things going through Tony Ward's head there. Should he give the free kick? Who does he give the throw into? And then at the last second he saw the linesman's flag raised and gave the offside decision, so that saved him making a decision.
Cooper. Ray. Dawes up to Morley. Morley, formerly with Crystal Palace. When Chris Armstrong went for £1 million from Millwall to Palace, he came back as a part of the deal. Streatham boy, 21 years old. Free kick for Millwall. Been playing well in the reserves, Morley. This is his first start in the league. Cooper. Cunningham. Roberts. Minto. Acrobatically away. May going in. Barber playing it through. Morley here again. This time it's Walsh going in. And Minto gets it away. High towards Grant. Cooper a little off balance, headed back to goalkeeper by Andy Roberts. Just 18 years old. Goodman. Knocked away by Walsh. Dyer. Grant. Stopped by Cooper. Supported there by May. A good ball played through now to Malcolm Allen. He's got Barber away on his left. Goodman there looking for something. Pokes it wide here for Cunningham, but Nelson's coming across to make life difficult for the fullback. Millwall get a throw.
Malcolm Allen instigated that attack. He was in acres of space when he picked the ball up and moved into the box and played that neat little pass. More intricacy of passing by Millwall. A tremendous contrast, particularly at fullback, where